Level B1, Lesson 5. China, Richer but Repressed. Listening Part 2. Readers of serious media know that the Chinese Communist Party persecutes its enemies. The artist, IYY, an outspoken critic of the government, was detained in a secret location for 81 days on unspecified charges and was handed a $2 million tax bill. Liu Xiaobo was charged with attempting to subvert the state by calling for democracy and free speech. The latter almost more important because, as Liu maintained at his trial, words should not be crimes. Beijing cowed 17 ambassadors into staying away from Liu's Nobel ceremony. Far less notorious are the cases of Cheng Guangcheng and Wang Yi. Chen, a blind, self-taught lawyer, campaigned against forced sterilization and abortion. He also supported peasants in their disputes with local officials. Now under virtual house arrest with his wife, Chen has become a hero to hundreds of people from all over China who attempt to visit him. None has made it. Local police and thugs invariably arrest them or beat them up. Wang, who was recently released after a year's reform through labor sentence and who also remains under house arrest, was detained for disturbing social order, that is, investigating a dubious suicide, enforced abortions, and tainted milk scandals. Wang remains determined. In the past, I appealed on behalf of others and fought for their rights. From today forward, I will continue to do rights defense work, and I will demand justice for myself. I do not fear jail. What I fear is remaining silent when others encounter unfairness and injustice. Jerome Cohen, a leading authority on Chinese law, has observed that it's open season on lawyers and other activists, unwise enough to become involved in human rights, criminal justice, and controversial public interest cases. They risk informal warnings, 24/7 monitoring, interference with client and law firm relations, loss of their right to practice, hooded abductions, beatings, torture, thought reform, coerced confessions and guarantees, criminal prosecution, imprisonment, and incommunicado incarceration at home. Even less well known than the depredations against Chinese human rights champions is the assault on the country's girls. In her recent Cultivating Global Citizens, Population and the Rise of China, Harvard's Susan Greenhalgh describes how Beijing's eugenics-fueled drive to improve the quality of children targets rural residents, rural migrants to the cities, women, minorities, and those with substandard bodies, as well as deviants such as gays, gay couples, and unmarried couples. Some low-quality citizens, such as women, have been targeted for energetic, state-sponsored improvement campaigns, while others, rural people for example, have been essentially abandoned as useless to the modernization effort. The result is that in many parts of China, there are 120 or more boys for every 100 girls, and recent reports have exposed, to the alarm of Western families who adopt Chinese infants, official and semi-official abductions of baby girls to sell to eager foreign parents. Greenhalgh is not the only China specialist to point out such policies widen the chasms between China's city and country. Han and non-Han ethnic populations, and of course, men and women, as Xin Ran, an authority on population drives, has observed, even urban, well-educated women feel like failures if they become pregnant with a girl in a country where, for the most part, only single children are permitted. If the girl is lucky enough to live and be adopted abroad, a woman told Xin Ran, it leaves a black hole in the mother's heart and unanswered questions in the daughter's.